Okay, so here we go. Atomic Success Secrets. We're going to do this process, and we have different versions of this process. And because we have some new people, it'll be really cool to do this as a standalone video. That's what I'm going to put it in the portal, and we'll see if we share it with other people too. And my intention this morning, as I was doing this process myself and getting ready for today, was well, what do I want? And this big thing came to me, and I think it's partly because I've been listening to a lot of the best runners in the world, and they're Americans these days. The Americans are on top of the middle distance running world, and their coaches I've been watching interviews of them, and because there's a group of Americans in Flagstaff, in Park City, Utah, Provo, Utah, Eugene, Chapel Hill, North Carolina, that are doing something different than what's been done over the decades, back when I was running at a higher level. And as a result, the Americans are the ones that have the world champions, the Olympic champions. We're at the top, and the children, the high school kids, are running incredible times. I mean, it used to be 4 minutes for the mile was a thing. Now there's I think there was 10 high schoolers that some of them ran it multiple times under 4 minutes. And a high schooler, a sophomore, just set the fourth fastest time by an American ever, an adult. He's 16 years old, and he ran 1:42 and almost won our U.S. championships just by a tick. He got second. So he's going to the world championships as a 16-year-old. And they're doing something different. And so I've been studying them. And what I found is something that could be useful for all of us is it's beyond mindset. It truly is beyond mindset. And it's beyond just belief. And it's definitely beyond the way that a lot of the spiritual people talk about mindset and belief and manifesting things. It's different. And so as I've been studying them and watching them, because I want the best for my little boy, and what I'm hearing is consistent themes, and so we're going to do a process, because as I've been doing this this version for us, one of the things that one of the best coaches ever said, and then one of the star athletes who just is at a whole nother level, just barely out of college and top of the world, and they said the same thing. And they said one of the keys is that the guy is just loves to compete. So there's what's the difference between good runners at the high school and college and beyond level, and the ones that do pretty good. They make the finals, they do pretty good, they have a good career, and the ones that win. And consistently, what they're talking about is they love the actual competition. A lot of them just love the training, and when it comes to the racing, they're not that's not their love, even though they want to win. But they have inner angst. They have anxiety and fears, and there's a lot of the world-class runners that talk about they talk openly about their mental health and severe anxiety and severe imposter syndrome. They talk about, and just to line up and run against the world with the whole world watching, that's a lot. And so some of them have to deal with lots of stuff. But then there's this other group that are doing a very high level of winning, and they have a different thing. They love to compete. They love to compete. So how do you do that? And they were talking about it. And one of the things the coaches said, and these kind of athletes, is your environment. Who you're around really matters. So you want to choose wisely when you're a runner of your coaching and your the people you're around, the culture, because there's a way to think. There's the other version. I hardly even want to say it, but I've talked to some coaches that don't have the big stars, but they have good programs. And they say, yeah, you don't want to let the kids have too much of an unrealistic expectation. Don't let them think too highly of the whole thing. They'll be fine. they'll grow up and be firefighters and teachers, but don't let them think that they can be great. And it's like, wow, if you can't even think about a 16-year-old being great, I think you should get a different job. So it's like, if you can't dream big, what are you doing? It's in my opinion. And I see the difference, and who you around really matters. And so we're going to do a process, because as I was getting ready for this group, and thank you for who I talked with earlier this week about this, like, how do we get the group bigger, Ralph? Because it's like, this morning, I thought, wow, I've been thinking too small. I've been thinking too small. And so it just came to me like, wow, what would it be like for 100,000 people to be on this call? I mean, we know that the power of meditation in a big group can lower crime rates and can do all this goodness in the world. And so I just had this thought like, wow, what if 100,000 people showed up on this call? And in the once a month call, the daily call, Atomic Success Secrets, and the monthly call, Miracles, Magic, Healing, and more, we're doing big work. And so it came to me like, my intention is that 100,000 people join us. So that's what I'm putting out there. So what I invite you to do is just think about if something were to happen for you, what is it that you actually really want? Like not just like little boy, little girl dreams, like a Olympic champion, like world record holder. Not like, well, you got to be realistic, and the world's going to beat you up, and da 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 da. And there's so many people that try to like squash your dreams because of their own fears. And so I'm going to invite us all to do this one process that we use, and we just get out of the conscious mind by pressing the distal end of the right index finger 6 times. Dr. Naram. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for those of you that want to do it, imagine a white window frame, and your right eye is looking through it. And the question is, what do you want? And so just I invite you to go in and just see it, feel it, and dream as big as you want to dream. Yeah, and if it were to happen for you, what would life look like, and what would you be doing? Who would you be? And then we take our right hand and we touch our heart 6 times, and we think, very good. It's like saying amen with certainty. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is one way to use this process that's been called the peace process. It's been called many things. And so after you've seen what you want, and you've experienced it, and you can feel it, it's like a prayer to God. It is a prayer to God. Then you can drop into your body with your awareness and stay out of your thoughts. And stay in your body and just notice whatever you notice. And it might feel good, it might feel not good, it might feel just interesting, you might not feel a lot. Just notice what you notice, and then just lightly touch the spot you notice. And just follow the most intense part. Because whatever that is, now that you've thought about what you want, whatever that is that you're feeling, it has some information. It's got the remedy. It's got the past. It's got the future. And our awareness on it is consciousness, of course. You're consciously aware. And you're shining that on your consciousness on whatever that is. And so now we stay out of our thoughts. Stay in our body. And we're all about results. To know what we want, to achieve what we want, and to enjoy what we want. And whatever that is valuable to notice. And I believe that's why there's so much more synchronicity happening in my life. Like I was late today, and it was my landlord for the office sending her husband, her husband and her grandson, and it was like a hugely good thing. And there's lots of that kind of stuff happening now. And like we were talking about competitive runners, and the ones that do the absolute best love to compete. They love to win. It's an excitement thing. The other ones might do really well, might work really hard, but there's some angst around even winning. The thought of winning is angst. The thought of getting what they want is causes angst. So this is a way to go transcend that, like go find that. It's whatever's happening in your body. And stay very alert. Stay out of your thoughts. Stay in your body. That's right. That's right. You're doing great. And that's a standalone thing that you can do each day. Just tune in to like, what do I want? And then go sit in stillness and notice, and you're clearing whatever's in the way of that. Now, the next part is another way that we use this process. So sometimes you already have a sense of what's in the way, because it's like there's something in life in the current time that's causing angst, causing pain. Something really hurts. The way life is with your health or your love or your money or something, your kids, something's causing pain. And so now we have this process also. This is another section of it. You don't have to do them both together. You can do them separately, but we'll do this together. Is if you like, think about whatever could be in the way or whatever's causing you pain right now. And we call this poking the bear. So think about the problem with your kids, with your health stuff, with your money stuff, with your life, with your spouse, with somebody that's just bugging you, with some situation. Just think of the problem, it's the obstacle. The obstacle is the way. We don't want to waste this obstacle. And so now what you do, now that you've thought about the obstacle, we do the same process. Stay out of your thoughts. Stay in your body. And notice the most intense part. And just follow it. With your finger, just lightly touch the skin. And so the idea here is whatever's causing you pain, angst, worry, concern, overwhelm, stress, we use it by noticing what's happening in our body. And whatever that is, what's happening in your body, has got the remedy, it's got the information, it's got the way out. And all we have to do is stay out of our thoughts and go notice it and just be with it. And of course, then there's things to do in the world, of course. You've got your plans and the skills you've got to get, and the environment. Environment is so key. Who you're around really might be the most important thing. And then we have this way of going deep inside and going right to whatever that is that's in the way. That's right. And it might clear where it's like, now you don't feel that. Or it might still be there. Either way, it's good. You just keep going back to what's happening in the body right now. Yeah, and then it can even turn into a way of life. Where you keep some of your attention on what's happening in the body, whether there's good stuff happening in the world or bad stuff or good thoughts or bad thoughts. You keep some of your attention in the body and notice what is happening right now. Eckhart Tolle says, whatever's happening in the body right now is the portal to the infinite. And the way to access it is to notice it. Ooh. In the Bible, Jesus said, you always want to keep your lamp on. You know, you got to keep your oil in your lamp and your lamp on throughout the night, because you never know when the groom is coming. What that meant was like when Jesus returns, that sort of thing. If it's a tradition, it's a story in Christian tradition, but it's the idea that you always want to keep some of your attention noticing whatever that is inside you. Like, you know, whatever you believe about Jesus, he supposedly, you know, he said some things. And one of the things was, don't you know you're a God? And the Holy Spirit resides within you. Yoda told Master Luke, you know, the Force is within you. And so it's really cool to go notice it. That's it. Okay, so I'll turn off this recording in a little bit, and then we'll go one-on-one, because in our group, you know, you can raise your hand, we work with you one-on-one, and we find out, like, what is it you want? And what's causing you pain? And we're not talk therapy. We're going in and just noticing this thing. And with all of us doing this together, it's exponentially more powerful. All right, good job, you guys. I'm so grateful for you being here, because it helps all of us. So for all of us, for you, whether you're watching live or later, total perfected essence. Everything you want. And then if you like, you can put your hands on your belly button. For women, the right hand first. For men, the left hand first. And just think about anything that you appreciate. People, situations, what do you appreciate? Okay, guys, I'll turn this off. I'll put it in the portal. I'll give you information, and we can share it if it seems useful for us to share with the links, because my intention is we have a lot of people on this call, because we've been doing this for a long time, years, some of us, and we've seen miracles in our group, and I know there's people in the world that could really use this. So let's see what happens. I'll put links below.